Hello y'all, welcome to I'll Be a Mother Trucker, and this is Michaela, and this is my halfway through TNT training, and I am at a little over 25,000 miles. It's hard to believe. So far what I've done is I built up a lot of endurance, able to drive these 9-10 hour shifts. I have learned how to work my clock, you know, far as going, doing 8 or 7 hours and then taking a 30-minute break and then finishing your clock. I've learned about recaps, how they work. I've learned when you need to actually have to take your 34. That's your reset at the end of the 8 days during your 8-day week and your 70 hours. So I've learned all about that. And building up the endurance has been a huge thing. I've gone in to several of the shippers and receivers. I need to start doing all of it now. Me and my TNT instructor discussed this. I've done very little on the Qualcomm. So this coming week, I'm going to learn the Qualcomm front to back. And then also I'll be filling out all these little invoice things that get you paid. Let me see. This is a blank one. You fill all these out and then you take a picture of them and you send them to Prime. And that's how you get paid. Then also, I have not fueled yet, which I will be starting that this week also. And also I'll be, when the message comes in for suggested dispatches, I will start looking at those and learning how to accept a load and then take it from there all the way through. And of course, during this part of our training, we're getting $700 a week. During the PSD training, we get, we get $200 loans, and then we get $700 a week during the TNT training. And I have been, what I've really liked is being able to see the country. Love it. Love seeing the country. I've really enjoyed that. And it goes from like you're in the tropics one day and the next day you're in a blizzard. I mean, I have just, it's awesome. It's exciting. I haven't met many people out here. It's just kind of tired. Once I go solo, I'm sure I'll meet more people just because I'll be stuck in places for, you know, when you're not team driving. Things haven't enjoyed so much as just doing nights. It's really growing old. I'm gonna need to start getting some days in. My TNT instructor, like him, he's a real good guy. Very knowledgeable. Young, but he's a good guy. We've been in some sketchy situations as far as weather goes, and I'm very confident now going through almost anything, as long as I can see the road, you know, as long as it's not a whiteout or something. But my driving skills, I had some before I got here, but they're really strong now. So now that all that is no longer something I got to worry about, now I'm getting more into the Qualcomm and doing things. I mean, I know how to like put myself on duty, off duty, sleeper berth, all that stuff. But doing all your macros, I'm learning those, like, let's see, like a macro 1, arrived at location. Departing shipper is a macro 3. Departing receiver is a macro 4. I mean, it's just you, and it comes up on your Qualcomm under messages, and you go to composing, and then it pulls up all your macros, and then it has a little deal you fill out. So from now on, I'm doing all of it. And I've heard some people, oh yeah, you should be doing everything from the beginning. No, that's a good way to overwhelm me. the way we're doing it now, I like, because it's allowing me to take my time with things. And now, basically, the stress of the driving, the stress of the being gone, you know, being in different places every day, which I kind of enjoy because I'm kind of a gypsy. That part I don't have to worry about. You know, I'm not afraid of any pass. I'm not afraid of anything like that. So now it's just learning the Qualcomm. That's all I want to learn this week. I want to learn it hard and solid, and then I want to keep doing it the rest of my time on the truck. And then we're adding fueling, which you have apps and some things you can do right from your truck. And I haven't, it's on my phone. I'm recording this on my phone. But there's apps on your phone that you just fill out, like for Loves or different deals like that, and you put in all the information, and then you go to your pump and you stick in your card that you got from Prime, which is, like, for me, this is mine, and it's like a little card. You stick it into the pump, and Prime, of course, will approve your fuel. And then there's a space on the app where you know, you can put also, I need reefer fuel, I need anti-gel, or whatever, and stuff you might need in the store that you put down there that's truck related. And then what else is there? So I'll be learning all about the fueling app, and then I got to learn to run the reefer itself, which isn't that complicated. I've been walked through it once, but you know, there's like fuel hog settings, there's temperature settings, there's all kinds of different settings, and I really need to learn that. So right now we're getting into all the systems on the second half, and each week we're adding one, and I will keep running the one I was running. So like this week it's the Qualcomm, so anything done on the Qualcomm I will be doing. Next week we will add fuel, and the week after, like accepting loads. I will also be dealing with all the customers. I have dealt with customers before already. Another thing I need to learn, I kind of know how it's done, is sliding my tandems. I know you set the trailer brake, you go pull the little tandem release button, and then you move forward or backwards. And I got to get some of those tandem locks that you just stick in where you can hit the holes. And I think this, when you, like California is the 6th hole, and you go from the front of the tandem holes, count back 6, something like that. I got to learn all that for sure. I have set the tandems before, but I really need to get it down. And I'm learning how to use this little weight gauge on the truck where it tells you how much your trailer weighs and how you work the weights on it and how they're distributed. Like when you weigh the front of your truck at 12,000 something pounds, and you bring on the back tires, and then let's say it's 44,000 combined, you subtract the 12,000, and that tells you what the weight on your back tires are. Then you pull it the rest of the way on, you subtract that from the total weight, the 44 from the total weight, and that tells you where the weights are on your trailer. So that's something I kind of know how to do, but I need to start doing. Yeah, there's just a few things I have to learn, and like I said, I'm at the halfway point, so these things are going to be coming to me one at a time. If he tried dumping them all on me, it would be just too overwhelming. So I know some people out there, they learn differently, but I'm happy with the way I'm learning. But like I said, I would like to start doing more days, and we have to get serious about learning the Qualcomm. I have to get serious about learning everything else. Trip planning, I'm fine with, because I've been all over this country tons of times. I mean, so I need to, because you got to sit down and you have to plan everything out. Like, okay, if I'm going an average of 50 miles in an hour. You know, so where will that put me at the end of this shift? If I got to be at the receiver by this day here, how many days is it going to take me at 50 miles per hour running a 10-hour shift? I'm going to have 500 miles. But you got to consider, okay, I also got my 30-minute break in here and so forth. So you got to really be able to plan out your shift. And when to make sure you get on the receiver on time, you got to make sure that you have it together. You know, and of course you can do more than 50 miles an hour, but I'm just using that as a reference. But if your trip is so far, you need to divide it up and say, okay, it'll take me this long to get here. And you want to make sure that that time gets you before you're due at the receiver. And when you take that load, you need to figure everything out. Is it possible for you to do? Because sometimes it gets by dispatch and they're like, oh wait, no, there's just no way humanly possible as a solo driver to do it. And you got to inform dispatch, no, I can't get it there. And also you want to look at the weather along your route. And if the weather goes bad, you got to not be afraid to pull over, put it on your Qualcomm. Hey, the weather's bad. You need to extend my time. You know, my delivery time when I get there. So you need to look at all those things in planning. So I'm just hoping that everything goes smooth on this second half. I'm sure it will. And that I'm at a place that I'm confident running the truck by myself. I'm confident driving and arriving at locations and so forth. I know with a high value load, I know everything's a macro 25, but I'm not, you know, those make me a little nervous because there's a lot more to those. And we've had, I think, 2. So I really need to learn those a little more. And also having your split receivers. And we got it on this trip with onions. We got split receivers. So you gotta know how to manage that. And the thing is on this load, this load's just jacked up. That'll be on another video. So anyway, you guys, this is where I am with it. I'm used to sleeping in the truck now. I'm used to driving long shifts. Easy to follow the navigation on the Qualcomm. I've gotten to talk to and deal with a lot of the shippers and receivers. And now it's time to really learn the Qualcomm. I've used it a little bit. I need to use it every time now until the time I'm off the truck. I've got to learn to accept the loads. I've got to get totally comfortable with doing the tandems by myself. I've got to get comfortable with the rest of the little minutia that comes with operating the truck. And, you know, I'm going to get there. I'm positive of it. And I'm looking forward to this career. I enjoy the travel so much. I am looking forward to upgrading into my own truck and setting everything up for myself, my kitchen better. I want to be able to stop at Walmart every other week and shop for groceries. Yeah, it's just kind of exciting. It's a whole new life. And do I recommend this for other women? Hell yes. Yes, and that's another thing. In TNT, y'all, especially I'm talking about the girls, makeup. I am so not worried about it. Doing my hair, I mean, my roots they are long, child. I haven't put on any makeup. I haven't put it on for YouTube or anything, but I will be starting to wear makeup when I upgrade again. And I'm going to really work hard to get this weight down. You know, but in the TNT phase, you just want to get through it. Then you want to set your truck up for your needs, because this is your home. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, please ask. If there's anything you want to know, just ask. But basically, that's the first half of my TNT training. I feel like he's preparing me well. I'm very grateful for it. And this next half, I'm just going to really have to hunker down on, and I know I'll get it. I'm not too stressed out about it at all. Mastering the Qualcomm is a big thing. It's one of the biggest things on this truck, and dealing with the shippers and receivers, which I'm not too worried about that. I mean, so far that's been really easy. You know, they will tell you what they want, what they need from you, and you just give it to them. The paperwork's not that complicated at all. Most complicated thing about this job is that Qualcomm and time management, and I don't have any problem with time management. So, okay, y'all, take care of yourself, all my little mother truckers. Preach love, peace, and understanding instead of hatred, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. So, peace.